So Valve has revealed details about their new virtual reality headset called the Index. This was revealed a month ago, and pre-orders have already started back on May 1st. But guess what? Pre-orders are sold out, so just a few people are interested in it. And it's going to ship this June. So first thing that, the big thing that was revealed is, well, how much it costs, which, it's going to cost the small price of $999. But that's if you get everything. So I'm going to go and do a little breakdown of the pricing, but I just want to read a few things first. This is from Verge.com, or TheVerge.com. It says that's a relatively high price by today's VR headset standards. Facebook just announced the Oculus Quest and Oculus Rift S will ship May 21st for $399, but Valve will also let you buy parts piecemeal if you need, which is rather nice. If you've already got a Vive or Vive Pro and or don't need the latest knuckle controllers, you won't necessarily need to spend that whole $999 to get started. Here's the whole price list below. Okay, so there's three things involved. There's the Valve Index headset, Valve Index controllers, and the Valve Index base station. So you can buy them all individually. The headset by itself is $499. The controllers are $279, and the base station is $149. If you want the headset and controllers together, it's $749. If you want all three of the things together, it's $999. Like the HTC Vive before it, which was co-designed with Valve, the Index will still be a tethered experience with a 5-meter cable that plugs into a beefy gaming PC, and one that uses the company's laser-firing Lighthouse base stations to figure out where the headset is at any given time. That's how it lets you walk around a room's worth of space in VR, up to a huge 10 by 10 meter room if you've got 4 of them. Valve's not using cameras for inside-out tracking. The company says the twin stereo RGB cameras here are designed for pass-through, letting you see the real world through the headset and for whatever the computer vision community can dream up. Oh, they can dream up some things. Instead, Valve says the Index's focus is on delivering the highest fidelity VR experience possible, meaning improved lenses, screens, and audio, which in this case actually includes a pair of 1440 by 1600 resolution RGB LCDs, rather than the higher res OLED screens much of the competition is using. But Valve says its screens run faster, 120 Hz with an experimental 144 Hz mode, and are better at combating the screen door effect and blurry when you move your head persistence issues that first-gen VR headsets struggled with. The Valve Index also has an IPD slider to adjust for the distance between your eyes, something none other than Oculus founder Palmer Luckey criticized the new Rift S for leaving out, and lenses that Valve says offer a 20-degree larger field of view than the HTC Vive for typical users. Interestingly, Valve says the built-in headphones we saw in leaked images aren't actually headphones, they're speakers, and one's designed not to touch your ears, instead firing their sound towards your head. There's also a 3.5mm headphone jack if you want to plug in your headphones. Oh, people are going to plug in their headphones because we all know what you people use VR for. Valve is still being tight-lipped about its promised 3 full-length virtual reality games, meaning there aren't currently any big Valve-made titles to tempt you into VR on day one. Unless, of course, Valve plans to reveal them between now and the headset's mid-June launch. And that's where I'm going to come in on this. What makes people want to buy Valve's Index VR headset and not the other ones on the market? They need something. And to me, that's exclusive games. What games could Valve possibly have? Half-Life, Portal, stuff like that. Now, this might sound crazy, but what if they've been waiting this whole time for Half-Life 3 for VR? What if it's supposed to be VR? What if their vision for Half-Life 3 was to put you into that world? And now that they have their own VR headset, they're going to put Half-Life 3 on it and use that to sell it. Now, this is probably super crazy and will probably never happen, but I'm an optimistic person, okay? And you know what optimism has led me to in life? Disappointment. That's not the point, though. Like, how else are they going to sell this? Like, again, what makes this stand apart from the other ones? Exclusive games, but if they release these games for other headsets, VR headsets, why not just go buy those? Like, yeah, having these games, it'll boost sales for these games, having them on these other headsets, but then no one's going to buy your headset. Whereas if you make them exclusive to your headset, the sales for those games are going to suffer, but then the sales of your headset gets boosted. Because, when Half-Life came out, it was, like, revolutionary. Their games back then weren't doing what Half-Life was doing. Because it was like the gold Source engine, which then like turned into the Source engine. So what if they're trying to revolutionize it again with Half-Life 3, but in a VR world? Now, I know this is like probably never going to happen. This is just me just rambling, really. But But the one I think could actually be a possibility on a Valve's VR Index headset is Portal 3. Like, okay, Half-Life 3 I'm giving, maybe 20% chance, which is still a lot. But Portal 3, I'm talking 80% chance here. Because think about it, Portal 1 was just you, right? Portal 2, they bring in the extra character, and that's the 2. It's the co-op. Portal 3, it's the 2 characters, and you in VR. You are the third one in that world. Like, Portal just makes so much sense in VR. It almost makes too much sense. And it would work super well. At least in my head it would. Now, it might not be called Portal 3. It could just be called, like, Portal VR. But the chances of a Portal game being in VR, that should almost be a given. But yeah, Valve just they need something to bring people in. Because I don't see any reason why I should buy their VR headset and not one of these other companies. You gotta bring people in. You gotta have the big splash. Right now, I don't see anything. Unless a couple of games come out. And we know Valve doesn't like the number 3. Half-Life 3 doesn't exist. Portal 3 doesn't exist. Left 4 Dead 3 doesn't exist. Team Fortress 3 doesn't exist. We'll be waiting. I'm waiting for some game announcements, Valve. You guys are too busy with Steam, huh? Think you're too good because you're too busy with Steam. Well, you're not doing a good enough job because Epic Games is stealing all these games away from you. So, that's that.